Good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I'm sorry my Wi-Fi is a little bit sad this morning, so maybe my audio is a little bit garbled or it's not matching with my face. But anyway, welcome. I'm very glad that you're here today and joining us. Okay, it's really nice. Okay, so I see Manny is already in the chat and he joined us for that first session in February already. He's already going to be an expert. But the rest of you, please just don't hesitate. Please write in the chat, okay, to tell me where you're joining from and how to connect with you, either via Twitter or Instagram, okay, however you like to be connected. Okay, but I appreciate you, whether you're lurking in the chat or whether you're seeing and whether you're typing. Yeah, so a quick introduction for those that don't know me. My name is Melissa Aveling. I'm a mathematics teacher in Colombia, so in South America at the moment. And no, I do not work for Edpuzzle. I'm just someone that really likes Edpuzzle and who recently completed the new coach certification and saw that link to the trainer. And I was like, what is this? This really cool new course. And one of those things is that you really need to share out Edpuzzle to others and run like a mini training session. So that's what sort of inspired me to do this. And because there's been quite a few new updates, so for some new, let's just say some new people, like they might be like, oh, this is new, I didn't know about this and whatnot. So let's say hello to a couple of people, someone from Cali where I am, I guess. Welcome. And to Nagam from Kuwait as well. So everyone. So we've got like Texas, we've got Colombia, we've got Kuwait. Welcome. So let's get started so we know what is actually happening today. So basically, it's just a getting started session. We're not going to do anything crazy complicated. And I think all of you already shared in the chat where you're joining from, so welcome. So today's session, basically, we're going to do it live Edpuzzle to start off with. Then you're going to share about maybe some challenges we have in the classroom, why you should use Edpuzzle. I'm going to demo like how to actually create one, and then you'll try to create one yourself. Now that might be homework, or you might have some time to do it during the live. We'll see how that goes. So starting with a live Edpuzzle, for those that are in the chat that have never used Edpuzzle before, this might be very new for you. And I know that those that are in the chat right now, you guys actually have joined the class. So I'm going to check to see if you guys are all ready to roll or not. So basically when we do a live Edpuzzle, people just need to have joined the class and I can just run it and it's going to pop up on your screen. Just in case there are some people that have joined who haven't written in the chat yet, I'm going to post like these instructions in there. But if you're already in, don't worry. Okay, you're ready to roll. So what I'm going to share next is what your screen should look like if you are ready. So right now, I'm sharing my screen and as a student, okay, and if you are also logged in into your Edpuzzle account and you're in my class, you'll see this on the left-hand side that says Edpuzzle Basics, like you're part of my class. You won't have any assignments there yet, okay? I haven't assigned you guys anything, but that is what you should see. But I know that maybe some of you that are in the live have not joined the class yet, or maybe you're in a teacher account. So I'm going to quickly demo how to get out of your teacher account and then get into the student one, just in case. If you are already in this view, you do not need to do anything, okay? Just chill for a moment while I demo like how to log in and log out, just in case, okay? So what I would do is I would click on my avatar, then I'd log out of it, okay? If I was as a teacher, okay, I need to join as a student. Then I would say log in and say I'm a student, because it's quite often that if you've used Edpuzzle before, maybe you're already in as a teacher. Okay, and to access like the student view and whatnot, you need to be a student. Okay, so just make sure you're clicked on as a student, and you can sign in with your Google account and select your account, whatever. Now, again, if you're already in, you already have that class there, do not worry. Okay, so anyway, if you've done the right thing, on the left-hand side, you'll see Edpuzzle Basics there, ready to roll. So let me see if everyone is okay. So in the chat, guys, you can just write to say, yes, I'm good, or no, I am not good. I mean, that is also okay. Okay. We are going to start the live Edpuzzle in a moment. So I'm going to share like what my teacher side looks like. You don't have to pay too much attention to this, because in like the second session, I go more about like, okay, how do you assign things and how things work as a teacher. Today, it's more like you being a student and seeing how things work from your end. Okay, so as a teacher, I am going to go to my amazing content right now. And I've created many different videos, okay? And I'm going to assign one of these to you guys so we can do this live, okay? So we're going to do this Edpuzzle practice video. I'm going to assign it. Let's see who we're going to assign it to. So I'm going to go to my Edpuzzle Basics class. Again, you don't really need to think too deeply about this right now. I'm just demoing it just in case you're curious about it. In the next session, I'll go into more depth about this. So I'm going to assign which students I want to do this task. So if I look today in the chat, we do have Manny, we have Nagam, and we have maybe one of my colleagues. It's quite possible. Let me see. Yes, Manny, we are. So you don't need to participate if you don't want to. You can just chill, okay? So Nagam and maybe Jorge. Manny, and I'm also going to allocate it to my student account. I don't think that anyone else is in here right now. Like, if there is someone else that's in here that I haven't ticked, please tell me and I can add you, okay? Anyway, so I'm going to say we're going to start this now. I'm going to assign it. And you'll notice here I have this thing called live mode. That is what I'm going to start now. So I'm going to say start live mode. And as a student, you are going to see on your screen, let me show you what it looks like on my student screen. Here we go. So you might need a refresh. So right now, this is my student screen. I'll say notifications. Oh, I have a new assignment. How exciting. My internet is very sad and slow, but it's going to happen. Look, yay, I'm going to go live. So this is what should appear on your screen if you are one of my students. So let's have a look to see how we're all going. I see that Manny and myself have joined. Nagam has also joined. Let's see, we're just waiting for Jorge, if Jorge is going to join. I'll give him about 30 seconds. You guys can write in the chat, I mean, if you guys have used Edpuzzle Live before. Oh, Jorge has joined. So exciting. Okay. So what is going to happen is that I am going to press start, and you'll have to listen in here, okay, in the YouTube to hear like what the questions are asking, okay? So you know what's going on. And then you'll be able to respond to some questions. So I'm going to press start. And here we go.
The pigeon finds a hot dog by Mo Williams with a special guest star, the duckling. Flop, flop, flop. Ooh, a hot dog. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
So on your screens at the moment, you'll have a question that pops up that you need to answer. So you just need to respond, what did the pigeon find? Did the pigeon find a hot dog, a toy, or a cat? And I can see on my screen how many people have responded. It says one person has responded so far. So I'll wait for the others to respond before I move on. Okay, so this will be on your Edpuzzle screen. So I know that right now maybe you're looking at the YouTube, but on your screen in the Edpuzzle, it should tell you that you can respond. Okay, so I should probably respond on my end as the student 2. It says I have 2 people who have answered out of 4. So this is also good when you do it as a live with your students. Like you can see like, okay, who still needs some help? It's your first time using this. Let's do this. Da, 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 da. Okay. Woohoo. So let's see if we can move on to the next thing. Let's have a look. Yes, we are ready. So I'm going to press continue. And look, let me see. Okay, it says that, yes, a hot dog was the choice there. Okay, and if I show the responses, everyone chose hot dog. So congratulations, everyone. You got it correct. Okay, so I am going to go to the next question. So let's do this. Continue. So now you should be in the YouTube, okay? So you can see the video in the next part.
May I help you? Scooty, scoot, scoot. Is that a hot dog? Not a hot dog.
Okay, so your next question is right there, okay? What did the duckling ask? Is that a hot dog? Do you love hot dogs? What did they ask? So again, you need to go back to the Edpuzzle, click your response, submit, okay, and then we can move on. So you can think about different ways you might use this with your class. If you want to do it live, get immediate feedback. Yeah, my internet still says it's very sad, so hopefully you could actually hear the video, else it'll be a bit sad. Okay, it says that you guys have answered. Let's continue. Let's see. Oh, all of you got it correct. Well done. You all identified that it's a hot dog. You'll notice that I did put feedback for the different questions as well, and I'll show you how to do that in the next session. Okay, this is just for you to get an idea of what the questions might look like.
Hot dog? My hot dog. I have a question. I've never had a hot dog before. What do they taste like?
Okay, so you'll notice here, it says, how do you think the pigeon would describe the taste of a hot dog? So in your option, you have a thing there that says answer with audio. So you can decide to record your answer if you want, okay? Or you can write your answer, or you can do both, okay? I'll stop talking for a moment so you can record your answer if you want. Okay, it says we have 2 people who have answered. I don't know if anyone else is going to respond. I can give some time, some waiting time here. Just make sure that after you have answered, you do press submit, okay, so that I can see what you have answered. We are going to move along. Let's continue here. Okay, so I'm going to show the responses. So we have someone says hot dog tastes like rubber, and we have someone that's recorded a response. So as if I was the teacher, you know, with the students in the classroom, and I didn't really know the kids yet, I might not play these out loud right now. But because, you know, you're adults, we're going to assume that you're mature, I'm going to play and see what this person has said.
It tastes like magic.
So we have someone responding saying that they think it tastes like magic, which is pretty impressive. Okay, so be aware you can use the audio option and the kids can too. Okay.
Well, they are a taste sensation. Each morsel is a joy, a celebration, and a fun.
Okay, so you'll notice here I have a note. So you don't really have to do anything. You can just listen to the audio. So I play it. Be like the duckling and take notes when the pigeon talks to you. This could be a really cool note-taking method. Just pay attention and listen and take notes. So you notice like here, basically, like you can add notes, voice notes for the kids to listen to. If there's some things that you want, to draw their attention to, like without asking a question, you can always add notes too. Okay, so I'm going to say continue.
If you've never experienced.
Okay, so that was just a short excerpt, and in the Edpuzzle side, you have like an option as a student to submit. Nagam said she can recognize the voice. That's so funny. Okay, so yeah, as a student, basically, if I show the Edpuzzle, maybe I can say I'm going to say exit live mode to exit the task now. But hopefully it gives you an idea of what potential Edpuzzle has there for you. Okay. Let me just check the chat to see if anyone's asking any questions. No, you guys are not. So I'm going to reach the slides now and get out of the puzzle theme. Okay, so you did the Edpuzzle. So today, basically after this, I'm going to show you how to actually get a video and create and adapt and how you use it in your class. Okay. And okay, so what do we use Edpuzzle for? I think that in the live, hopefully it gave you an experience, like if you were not familiar with Edpuzzle before, as to how you can use it in your classes. Like basically it's like take any video you like and embed any questions. I mean, and you can track to see how your students are going. I mean, that is really what Edpuzzle is. It's really like an interactive video for your kiddos. And why would we use it? As you saw there, it's pretty powerful. Okay, I can get good data from like what you guys are talking about, like how you guys are responding. Do you understand what's going on, the content that I've presented? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you live how to make your first video lesson. I'll check the chat if there's any questions. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask anything in the chat. I'll be checking to see how you guys are going. Okay, so I'm going to demo from the teacher side at the moment, and you guys are going to also create your own after. Okay, so don't worry like, oh no, I don't know what to do and whatnot. So let's show. So basically, as a teacher, you have many ways to search for videos that have already been created. So you don't need to feel like you're someone that, oh, I have to record my own video from scratch. I need to spend all this time on finding my thing and recording that and then adapting this. No. I mean, you can just start off with just use a video that is already here for you. If you have a YouTube video that you really like, you can literally just paste the YouTube up here at the top there and bamzo, you've got it. Or you can filter and search for things down here. Like I can filter for the subject. So maybe I'm like, okay, I want to check out social studies. Okay, I can save that as my filter, which means that in here, it's just going to show me social studies videos. And maybe I'm just doing grade 11. So I'm going to check out grade 11. And then all the videos that come up here are going to be that are social studies related to grade 11. And I can also pick a country. So if it's about a particular country, I can also do that. So there's lots of options there that you can check out, okay? And you'll notice at the top here, I have community, my school, and YouTube. So I can also directly search from YouTube as well, okay? But yeah, if you already have a video that you like, that you have seen on YouTube or from someone else, you literally can just copy paste and put the URL right there and you will have it. That's it. And yes, Manny is saying Edpuzzle Live is great to teach students and adults to learn from. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to show you a very quick demo about one that I like. So, going with this same theme about the pigeon. I'm going to clear these filters that I have for social studies in grade 11. But of course, you can do that yourself. So I'm going to search for the pigeon, if I can spell it. The pigeon needs a bath. There's this series of amazing read alouds from this particular. Okay, so here we go. So we have the pigeon needs a bath. And these are all ones that have been created from the community, you see. So like I'm in the community one where people have already like searched for or modified a particular video. I can also go to the YouTube and just literally paste the original YouTube in here, like for that one, and I can edit it from that point. So I'm just going to quickly take you through the ways that we can edit a video and the power that we have here, because you don't have it like that and hope the students watch it. No. Okay, you can decide how long or short you want the video to be. You notice with the one that I did with you guys, it was 1 minute. That was it. But the original was probably 2.5 minutes. I just cut it for the purpose that we were doing for the task. So the first thing that you see here when you open up the video is basically the cut option. So I can decide how much I actually want to have, and I can preview it. So I can be like, okay, I'm going to play it.
The pigeon needs a bath.
I do not. By Mo Willems.
Okay, so I can see anywhere, okay, or if I want to trim it. So maybe I'm going to like, okay, this part, I want to cut it. I'm going to add a cut right there. I only want to have maybe this end part here, and I want to have this thing here. You can also add multiple cuts. Like you don't have to just add one cut. Maybe you're like, okay, this section, I sort of want to add a cut there too, and I only want to, anyway, I'm just demoing the fact that you can cut whichever parts you don't want out. Okay, so decide whichever sections you want to keep in, whatever you don't want in. And I'll always tell you at the bottom here how much time you have now for the video. So originally this was 3 minutes something. Now it's less than a minute due to the changes that I've made to the video. Okay. Oh, yes. Khan Academy videos are there. Yes, all the things. So you don't need to feel like you need to start from scratch. Okay, I'm just showing a version from YouTube, but you could choose something from Khan Academy too. Okay, so let's just say after you've chosen your cuts, you'll see this next option is voiceover. If it's not a YouTube video, so if it's your own video, okay, you can add voiceover there. So you can think about maybe when you made the video originally, maybe there were some parts that you made a mistake with and you want to fix. You can do a voiceover for those sections. But when you're using a video that's created by someone else, you cannot do the voiceover, okay, for like those YouTubes. So the big one here is the question section. So you'll notice here for the questions, we have 3 options here: multiple choice, open-ended question, and note. So I'm going to show you how we can insert it and when and whatever. So I can choose any point of the video, so I can scroll through it and decide, okay, at the start, maybe I want to add a note to say, okay, guys, you need to just maybe a goal for the session. So saying this video is about pigeons, a pigeon's opinion about a bath. Okay, take notes on important adjectives you see. Okay, it really, you can put anything you like. Obviously, like I'm a math teacher, I would probably not be writing something like this for my math class, but any subject, I mean, you can think about at the start, maybe get the students to have an idea, okay, do they need a notebook for this? Do they need to take any notes? Do they need to do questions or whatever, just to prepare them in their mind as they start the video. You can also add a voice note, like with your own voice, to tell them what, they need to do or whatever as well, because I know some students, they prefer to hear rather than to read. So you also have this option here with this mic, okay? Once you're ready, you can just press save and yeah, okay? And I'll show you a preview to say like what it looks like, and then I can continue.
The pigeon needs a bath.
And as you preview the video, at any point you can decide, I want to add a multiple choice, I want to add an open-ended, or I want to add a note, okay? You can decide at any point when you want to do that, how you want to do that. So maybe I'm like, okay, over here, maybe I want to add a question here. I'm going to say an open-ended question, and I'll say, okay, what do you think the pigeon is doing in this image. Okay, and I can say allow audio responses. Or I can say describe what you think the pigeon is in. Okay, what do you think this splotch thing is? Yeah, okay, and I can say save. You'll notice very important thing here is feedback. So once a student has answered a question, they will see, if you put, okay, they will see feedback here. So for an open-ended question, if I put feedback, basically after they've answered, they'll see this. I was like, did you mention the color, the texture, what this might have been? Was it mud, chocolate? Okay, like I can put anything here as feedback. So like after the students have answered, they'll be like, oh yeah, I did think of that. Or no, I didn't think of that thing. So they have an idea after it whether they're on the right track. Because a lot of students, they don't like waiting until after you've done grading and stuff to be able to know like whether they're on the right track or not. So this is an option. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to check the chat here. Okay. Yes, you can cut however you like. Okay. And yes, I need a purpose. Start with the why while we're doing this. We have Tanya here. Hello. And yes, hi there, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So anyway, that's open-ended question. And I love allowing the option for audio responses. So keeping it flexible for kiddos so they can decide, you know, do I want to write this response or do I prefer to have it in audio? And it doesn't force them to do audio, you know, like they can decide. Obviously, some kids prefer typing. So yes. Anyway, so I can press save here. Yay. And again, it's going to preview for me. Okay, you say, okay, did I actually want this? Did I not want this? Whatever. Okay, and you can see here, I can add another note or question if I want at that same point. So immediately after they've answered the open-ended question, I can pop up another question or note immediately if needed. Okay, so you don't need to be like, oh, I need to wait until the 1 minute mark to ask my next question. You can put multiple questions if you want. Okay, totally up to you. Totally up to you. Okay, so basically, thank you, Manny. Okay, so yes, responding in audio is super valuable because the EL students practice their vocabulary. Yeah, they can't. Okay, so I'm just going to press continue here.
Hi. I don't know if you've noticed, but the pigeon is filthy. So I could use your help because...
Matter of opinion.
Okay, so let's just say I could put a multiple choice question here and say, why? No, this is maybe too easy, but whatever. Okay, so why does the pigeon need a bath? I could say the pigeon loves chocolate. The pigeon is filthy. And I can add other options as well. You can add multiple things. So I can say the pigeon has an opinion. So I need to select obviously a correct answer. So I would say here the pigeon is filthy. That's why he needs a bath. And you'll see here again, I have feedback options. So after the student has responded, it doesn't matter which option they choose. They can get some immediate feedback from you, which I think is epic. Okay, so I'm going to show you that quickly. So just like the other one, so I can say the pigeon likes chocolate. I could say that might be true, but that is not the reason why it is filthy at this stage. Whatever. Anyway, you can add whatever you like, okay, for the feedback and blah, blah, blah. You can add that for each of these. I just want to make sure you're aware that for multiple choice and for open-ended, you do have the option for putting feedback there for the students so they know immediately if they're on the right track, if they need to think of something else or whatever, okay? And after you're ready, you can just press save and it will preview for you. Now, the difference between open-ended and multiple choice questions is that multiple choice questions are graded immediately, like automatically. You don't need to go back and be like, oh, did this kid do this right? Whereas for open-ended, because obviously it's open-ended, the students can respond however they like, you need to go in there and manually grade it. Now, I'll talk about grading more next week, okay, when we talk about the analytics and the student side and whatnot, okay? So I can say continue, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, okay, so you can, I'm just showing you here how you can add the different parts. You can scroll through, you can watch the video, scroll through to the end. I might say, okay, at the end, I want to have a note before they leave or whatever. Okay, but that is a general idea, okay, about how to create a video, how to add different things. Yes. Okay, so that is for you for now. I know we're already at 9:30, so I'm going to do this. And you can edit the title to whatever you like, okay? So I might say that, you know, it doesn't, because the default is whatever the YouTube was, but you can add it. You can edit it to be what you like. And when you're ready, you can press finish. You can always go back and edit it and whatnot, so you don't have to feel like, oh, I don't know, I didn't have enough time. I don't want to. You can always see this button that says edit. You can always edit it. Okay. So let's see if there are any questions in the chat for now. I do not think there are. So that was the idea for the first video lesson. Okay, so I've just shown about the video, voiceover, embedding questions. You have audio responses, adding notes. Okay. So what I'm going to show you in a moment is you're going to have some homework, or you can start it now, okay, is going to be a project for you to create your own video as a student. So I'm going to show you basically, wait, let me just check if there's any questions in the chat for now. No. Okay, let's move. So if I'm going to go back to the amazing YouTube land, I'm going to go to Edpuzzle, and I'm going to go to my content, and I'm going to assign a project to you, which is called your first video. So basically, I'm giving you a reminder that a good project should have some questions, so multiple choice, open-ended, and notes. You can decide whether to modify a YouTube video, or if you already have a video you want to modify, you can also do that too. And keep it short and simple, okay? I don't want you guys to go overboard. For most of you, it's like your first time creating a video, so don't go too crazy unless you want to, okay? But yeah, it should be less than 5 minutes and you should enjoy yourself. So I'm going to assign this to my Edpuzzle Basics crew. And I'm going to choose which students I want to assign it to. So I'm going to assign it to Nagam, Nani, and Jorge and Belle. I don't think Tanya's in this class, so I'm not going to assign it to her. But anyway, just assigning it to you guys for now, and I can say the due date is for next week. Let's just say there. So I can showcase your projects, I think. So I'm going to assign it. So what will happen to you guys is that from your end, let me just check if there's anyone in the chat asking questions. No questions for now. So I'm sharing my view as a student now. So for you guys, you know how you did the Edpuzzle with me, and you know right now the view should look basically the same as me. So in Edpuzzle. So in Edpuzzle, you should have the Edpuzzle practice video that we did together, okay? And you should have this new thing that says your first video, okay? Which is what I would like you to work on. Ooh, Techtastic Educator received a notification. Fantastic. Yes. So yes, you do have this little notification bell there, okay, at the top there. If you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So look, you have a new project in Edpuzzle Basics. Okay, so when you go here, like, okay, I have my first video, you can click on it. It'll have the instructions here. You can write a comment as a student and the teacher can see that. I can maybe like, received, thank you. I will work on this. And say comment. Okay. Then when you are ready, and I would like you to do this before I do the conclusion maybe, is to press start project. And you can say find a YouTube video or upload a video. So if you already have a video that you want to include, you can say upload. Otherwise, if you don't, you can just say find a YouTube video. And inside here, you have the option to search for YouTube. So I might say the pigeon finds a hot dog, okay? Or what, I mean, like whatever. This is for me because I like the pigeon thing. The duckling gets a cookie. Okay, I like this one. Anyway, and I can decide, I can look through it first to see, okay, do I want to use this or do I want to choose something else? And once I'm ready, I can say, I want to use this for my project. And then you will see the same view as I showed earlier about how to create and edit a video. Okay, like my internet is very sad, so it's probably not going to load. But anyway, so you have the option to cut first and be able to insert the questions. And when you finish. Okay, so that's what your view should be as a student. Okay. Oh, hello there. Let me see who's in the chat. Okay. Hello, Jessica. So when assigning a project to students, they can create their own Edpuzzle videos and questions. When you say create their own Edpuzzle videos, what do you mean? For the source, they can only use either YouTube, like what I just showed there, or they have to upload their own video that they've created with another app. They can't search like Edpuzzle content or something like that. No. Is that what you mean, Nagam? I'm not sure. This is as a student. So as a student, as a teacher, you can do anything, okay? But you guys are my students right now. So you have either two options. Either you choose a YouTube video that you like, that you want to modify, or number two is that you upload a video that you've already created. So Nagam, you can let me know if you have another question or whatnot. Okay. But yes, this is your homework. Okay, basically is to create a video, adapt it, and when you're ready, you can finish and submit. You don't have to do that right now at this moment. Okay, don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just go to the sort of the end part of this. So no one's really asking. Yes, it's clear. Fantastic. Okay, the rest of you might be busy and excited about looking and creating your own project, which is very cool. Yeah, but once you've added something yourself, so so I'm just going to share this. I'm going to share my teacher view. Okay, so as a teacher, I can see that, for example, I have, like for the Mel A, I selected Duckling Gets a Cookie. Nagam selected Newton's second law of motion. Manny selected We Are in a Book. Jorge hasn't selected anything yet, but that's okay. I mean, you guys have a week in order to turn it in and play and whatnot. Okay. If you have any questions right now, just let me know. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Manny says we'll have a student recorder soon. Because yes, as a teacher, we have an option to like record a video within Edpuzzle. This is very exciting, Manny. Thank you for sharing this. Aha. Okay. So let me go back to the presentation because we are coming to a close. Next week, we are going to focus on more like the analytics, how to assign stuff to a student, like a class, how to do that sort of thing. So if there's any questions that you have right now, please don't hesitate to ask them. There's a link here in the YouTube. Well, I'll drop a link in the YouTube, or you can use this bit.ly to give me feedback for this session. But the next session, we will look at basically the ins and outs of the teacher side, the analytics, your projects, seeing like what makes like a good video, like for best practices and whatnot. Okay. Okay, so I've just dropped the feedback link in there. No one's really asking questions at the moment. I am going to share this slide deck that has a bunch of amazing, very useful links and resources here for you. Okay, and yeah, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to email me, and I can drop the link to the slide deck in the chat for you as well. Let me just do that. Here we go, slides. Okay, but that's the main stuff like for today. If you have any questions you want to ask me right now that I can answer live, just tell me and I can do that. Otherwise, I'll check out your projects over the next week and give you some feedback, and in the next session we can go over those projects, talk about best practices, look at the grading, the analytics, that sort of side, and like other features from our own profile. Yeah, no one's really writing in the chat. Maybe you're all very into doing your own project right now. That might be why, because you all added your videos already. Yeah. Okay, so, well, thank you for joining today. I appreciate, your participation. Since there's no questions, I will end the live, and I will see you next week. So thank you again, and I'll unshare my screen so you can just see my amazing face. But yes, okay, hopefully you learned something new today, and yeah, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any other questions. Okay, so bye for now, everyone. Have a great day, weekend, evening, wherever you are in the